Belichick, we got about 11 days before UNC takes on TCU, September 1st, 8 o'clock Monday night. I can't wait. But Bill is in the news. He did a one-on-one with Ben Volin, surprisingly. And so Ben went down to Chapel Hill to do some interviews. And this is. Let me give you some highlights from the interview, okay? See if a theme, see if this sounds familiar. But, he just asked Bill, quite, simply, what would define success for your program? A winning record, a spot in the college football playoff, that kind of thing. Bill says, I don't know. Bill grumbles, just stringing days together. So Bill off to a good start in the interview. Asked about, having Steve and Brian, his two boys there on the staff. He says, I enjoy it, and I always wanted to be in college football. Really, always wanted to be in college football.
Then why didn't you?
Working with a lot of people I like to work with, and I enjoy coming to work with every day. Sound familiar? Interesting thing is Jamie Collins. You guys remember when he traded Jamie Collins to the Cleveland? It was like, wow, you talk about a guy he just can't stand, Jamie Collins. Yep. Why do I bring up Jamie Collins? Because he is the linebackers coach for the UNC Tar Heels, which is so, just typical. And this is the humdinger of a quote from Bill here. He says, there's no owner, there's no son, in reference to coaching in college. There's no cap. Everything that goes with the marketing and everything else, which I'm all for, but it's way less of what it was at that level. There's no owner and there's no owner's son in college football.
Whatever does that
football.
mean?
Who could he be talking to?
It is amazing
Jonathan.
to me how this guy acts.
Jonathan.
Like he had no power here. It was
right.
He goes on to say the generic NFL teams, you have the owner, the president, general manager, personnel director, college director, pro director, cap guy. I'd say when we had our best years in New England, we had fewer people and a more direct vision. And as that expanded, it became harder to be successful. Mm-hmm. Cry me a river. Unbelievable. It's still, he gives the interview for Ben Volin, and those are the juicy parts of he's still taking shots, can't help himself. He's still bitter. He was the highest paid coach for years. He got chosen over Tom Brady. He got whatever he wanted, the power right away, and he still isn't happy.
It's so sad that he wanted to go to college for so many years and he couldn't do it. It's weird.
Yeah. I mean, because he's being held back, right?
It's almost like he could have done it any time he wanted.
Yeah, right. So
right,
true.
Like any college in the country would have hired him in the mid-2000s, mid-teens, right? When he was still, if he really wanted to go to college, hell, I'm sure he could have gotten a job in the college after '96 when he left you guys, right? Or 2000, whenever. Anywhere along the line, he could have gotten a job in college football. But it's sad. He never got to do that. That's really unfortunate.
And that's really where he's always wanted to be.
Yeah, I know. I could tell.
There was a really good point Megan Ottolini made during the midday show when they briefly addressed this article. And John Lyons was, he's a big fan of Belichick, read the book. He's going down to catch a game at UNC. Mego kind of just sort of like, she's over the sniping back and forth between Team Kraft and Team Belichick. But this does seem exceedingly petty and a little bit blind for Belichick to mention no owner's son. Coach, your coaching staff is riddled with your sons.
If you haven't figured him out, I mean, all he does is walk and contradict.
Absolutely,
everything he does is a walking contradiction.
Hypocrisy. It's a hypocrisy issue. I do think it's interesting though. So Jamie Collins got traded, as you said. The idea at the time was he dumped him to Siberia, which was Cleveland. And Mike Lombardi was on this very station on the morning show shredding Jamie Collins.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he said freelance, can't play, can't do this.
Yep.
And now Jamie Collins is working with Bill Belichick and Mike Lombardi.
What did I say? Walking contradiction.
It's so weird.
That's what he does.
It's absolutely nuts. But and I also love how you think I move the goalpost or I make, fraudulent goalposts. What's success? Well, really, it's about stacking days. You're full of crap. Success is go make your college football playoff. They're paying you $10 million a year. They invested another $20 in the roster.
Can't wait to see how this works. I can't imagine it working. The win total for North Carolina is 7.5. They had 41 transfers, which was the second most of any school. That transfer portal, it was ranked 9th nationally, so they got a good haul.
Yeah.
One of the interesting tidbits for Bill down there at UNC, they have at these big colleges, they have weekly radio TV shows coaches do. He's doing one.
I saw that.
He's only doing one, and so way to promote your school, Bill. Actually, It's not like they're not going to have the weekly radio hits. It just won't be with Bill. It's going to be with Mike Lombardi.
He likes to talk.
Oh, he
unless
doesn't
it's
ever shut.
Unless
the
it's
hell
with
up.
Jones and Keefe, and they might want to ask about Bill Belichick. Then he doesn't do the interview, and we're all better for it.
We're going to effort to get my old linebacker buddy, teammate Chad Brown on next week to talk about. He's doing the color for that game, so I'd love to get Chad's thoughts on Bill going.
Absolutely, as he prepares, I wonder what his access will be like to Bill Belichick in preparing for that game. Yeah, that'll be
very limited.
That'll be interesting.